Hi guys, today let's discuss about functions. What is mean by function? So we have two sets. Let's take two sets A and B, right? And these two sets are related, are connected through a relation. Let it is BF, right? If this relation is called as function, when it is called as function, if we have some, each element of A is mapped to a unique element of B. What is meant by unique element of B? Right? So first understand this. Like I have every element of A should have it should be associated with some element of B, right? And also, this element of A should not have two associates of B in B, right? Like if we have a relation like this. In this third element has two elements in B, is associated with two elements in B. So this is not called as function. See, we need to mainly see that unique element. So for every element of A, there should be some element in B such it is related through function, through relation R, and every element should have a single element which is subjected to. So then it is called, then such relations are called as functions, right? So now we have seen the mathematical definition of function, right? So what is generally mean by function? Like in let's understand in daily terms. So now we have considered this function as a machine, some machine. Like something like, take it as an oven. So I want pizza. What I will be doing? I will be taking the pizza batter and I will all preparing and keeping some cheese and all that, pizza sauce, cheese and some vegetables like tomatoes and all that, and I will keep it in the oven. And the final outcome is pizza, right? Likewise, we will give some input and this machine will convert this input into output. Like same way, we are giving some numbers or something to function, and then it will convert that numbers into another term. So like same like that. So what is meant by function in general terms? It is a machine. It will convert from one item to the another item. Like let's in a oven we will be taking pizza batter and all that will be raw. It will be raw and it will be changed to pizza. Same wise, whereas that oven works as a machine and changes the input to output. Whereas in maths, function works like that. It changes the input to output. Right? Now we have understood the mathematical definition and what is meant by function in general terms. Now let's see some relations and whether we will discuss it is a function or not. So now let's take a relation. A, B. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D. 1 is mapped to A, 2 is mapped to B, 3 is mapped to D, 4 is mapped to D. Right? So, this is relation R. So, if this relation is a function, observe it cleanly. Every element in A has something output in B. Right? So, the first condition is satisfied. Now, next condition, what is that? Every element should have only unique, only one output in B, right? See, one is mapped to A, 2 is mapped to B, 3 is mapped to C, and 3 is mapped to D, B and 4 is mapped to C. So therefore this is function, right? So now let's take another relation. So this is a relation from set A, some relation, this is R1, let's take it as R2. This, so in this, see this in this relation, we have A1, it is mapping from A to B, right? So what is the first condition? Every element in A should map to, should map something output to B, right? So in this C, I have 1 is mapped to something, 2 is mapped to something, 3 is 4, 5. Everything in every element in A is mapped to something in B, right? So next, what is that? Every element in A should have unique output in B, right? See, in 1 we have 2 outputs, that is A. For 1 we have 2 outputs, that is A and B. Whereas 2, 3, 4, 5 we have single output. So the second point is objective. So it is not a function. Alright? Now next. So in this, relation we have, now let's see the first condition, that is each element should has an output. Each element of A should has an output in B, right? So does 1 has an output? Yes. 2, 3, 4. Everything has except 5. 5 don't have an output in B. So it is not satisfying the condition for functions, right? So it is not a function. Now let's take another example. So in this relation we have one is so let's check whether every element in A has is mapped to something in B or not. So in 1 we have 2, we have 3, 4, whereas in 5 we don't have any output in B, and also it is also not satisfying the second condition also. See, here we have, for 2 we have 2 outputs. It means it is not satisfying both conditions. Hence, it is not a function. So, see in this, we have, in this way it satisfies both conditions and it is function, whereas it does not satisfy the second condition, that is unique. And in this, it does not satisfy what? The first condition, that is every element should has an output in B, and in this, it does not satisfy both conditions. Now let's see another example. So see in this relation. So in this relation, if we see every element in A has something output in B, right? And every element in A also has a single unique output in B, right? So it is function. Even though these don't have, nothing is mapped to some 2 elements in B, then also it is function. What is the main we should find that? no compulsory that everything should be mapped for B, for elements in B, right? So now you have understood when a relation is called as function, when a relation is not called as a function. Now let's move to the next. Now we have seen when a relation is called as function, when a relation is not called as function. Now let's consider a function. Right? So we have seen that like function is worked as machine, output, and this is input, right? Sorry, input machine converts, that is function converts to output, right? So the possible outcomes for this function, possible inputs for this function is called as domain, right? So how many possible inputs can be taken by this function is called as domain. So and the outputs we got, all possible outputs are called as range, right? So every possible outcome for every input is called as range, right? So and we have seen what is domain and what is range. Now what is codomain? Codomain is a set containing all range values, right? Codomain is a set containing all range values. Codomain, set containing all range values. So now let's see an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, E, F. In this, so this is a function, right? See, every element in A has a unique and element in B, right? So see here. So what is domain? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are inputs here? Set of A, right? So domain is, what are inputs? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So domain is set of 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So what is range? What is range? All the outputs, right? So what is one outcome of one output of one is A. So A, and 2 output is B, 3 output is C, and whereas 4 output is F, right? So what is range? List of set of all outputs, that is A, B, C and F. D and E don't have any inputs for which D and E should come as output, right? So this won't be included in range. Now codomain. Codomain is a set of B, right? So what we have seen, codomain is a set containing all range values. This in B we have all range values, right? So set from A to B, if we map function from A to B, set of A is called as domain, whereas set of B is called as codomain. Sorry. What is codomain? B values. So A, B, C, D, E, F. Right? Now you have understood the difference between domain, range and codomain, right? And see that always range is subset of codomain. So always range is subset of codomain. See? So first let's revise these three points. What is domain? All the inputs of the function. Range, all the outputs of the function. And whereas codomain is a set of all range values. Right? Now we have understood the difference between domain, range and codomain. So in this topic, that is domain and range, we will be discussing many problems further.